Hello guys, so there's a cult on Roblox now. Yeah, I never thought I'd say those words. Today we're diving into one of the weirdest, probably the weirdest, Roblox drama out there. It's called the Spawnism. What started as a spooky little game in Forsaken somehow turned into a real-life online cult obsession, and it's getting serious. Some players are even hurting themselves over it. So, stick around, I'll break down everything you need to know, the real stuff, the rumors, and my honest thoughts on the whole situation. Let's get into it. Forsaken is a popular Roblox game that really stands out because of its genre. It's a horror mystery experience. Unlike your typical obbies or simulator games, Forsaken pulls players into a dark, eerie world full of cryptic clues, creepy characters with lore, and unsettling storylines. It's designed to feel like an alternate reality game, also called an ARG, where every little detail might hide something. This kind of immersive horror atmosphere is pretty rare on Roblox. Well, at least ones that are this well made. That's why it caught so much attention, and why the Spawnism drama spiraled out of control. When a game is built around mystery and darkness, it's easier for fans to get deeply involved, and this time it literally blurred the line between game lore and reality, which is insane. Forsaken uses a lot of ARG-style elements, including hidden images or messages, creepy clues, and puzzles that players sometimes have to solve outside the game. It makes the whole thing feel way more real than your average Roblox game. The creepy, immersive vibe pulls players in fast, and it starts feeling real way more than it probably should. What's wild is that something that started as a Roblox game actually turned into a real-life cult. Spawnism went from being just a part of the story to something players genuinely believed in. It's a reminder that the internet is full of strange and sometimes dangerous people. This all started with a character named Two-Time. He's one of the main NPCs in Forsaken and a key figure in the Spawnism lore. He's portrayed as a cultist who fully believes in the spawn and the idea of resurrection through it. His dialogue is what introduced most players to the concept of Spawnism in the first place, making him a central part of the game's darker storyline. In one of the most disturbing parts of Forsaken's lore, Two-Time actually ends the life of his own friend, thinking it'll lead to the resurrection through Spawnism. That moment really showed how far his obsession goes, and it sparked a lot of curiosity and concern among players. Spawnism in Forsaken is basically the belief that people can be brought back to life through a mysterious force called the Spectre. It's completely fictional, just part of the game's dark lore, but it gave Spawnism its creepy, cult-like tone. Even the word spawn, just a basic Roblox spawn point, somehow became a symbol, and some players took it way too seriously. Let's be clear, the rituals, resurrection stuff, and everything about the Spawnism is 100% fake. It's just lore meant to make the game more creepy and immersive. Even though Spawnism started as just in-game lore, some fans actually began treating it like a real belief system. Like, they genuinely thought it was a real cult or religion. There have been reports of players craving the spawn symbol into their skin, or even animals, which obviously caused a lot of concern. Spawnism spread beyond the game too. People started communities on Tumblr and Discord where they shared stories, symbols, and even roleplayed the cult. Some players reportedly engaged in self-harm because of it, which raised major red flags about how far this had gone. The way Spawnism blurred the line between fiction and reality seriously alarmed the community. It's a reminder of how dangerous online storytelling can become when people stop seeing it as fiction. GameJolt issued warnings about Spawnism because certain groups were encouraging self-harm and some of the players involved were literal kids. There were also accusations that certain Spawnism communities were grooming vulnerable children, using the cult vibe to manipulate them. Social media and Discord servers were big in spreading this harmful stuff, with some users pushing dangerous behaviors in the name of the cult. Some moderators acted fast, banning harmful content and users, but in other places the messages slept right through, making it harder to keep players safe. This kind of cult-like behavior can cause serious psychological damage, especially to younger or vulnerable players who struggle to separate game fiction from reality. The Forsaken fandom wiki added a clear warning. Spawnism is not real and can be dangerous. They urge players not to take it seriously or do anything harmful. Even in the game's own community, people use 2x character to speak out, with posts written from his perspective, begging fans to stop hurting themselves and reminding them that Spawnism is just a game. Some Discord servers started banning Spawnism content altogether, not out of hate, but to protect users from being exposed to harmful or triggering behaviors. A lot of roleplayers stayed in the lane of creative fiction, but others pushed back when it got out of hand, especially once people were getting hurt in real life. As things got worse, part of the community stepped up. They warned others, spread awareness, and reported harmful behaviors. It became a group effort to protect players and remind everyone this is just a game. Spawnism spread fast on Tumblr and Twitter. People posted memes, headcanons, and fan content, sometimes playing into the cult idea without realizing how serious others were taking it. Some Discord servers were entirely centered on Spawnism, where users roleplayed, shared theories, and encouraged some pretty disturbing beliefs. What started as fiction turned into unsafe spaces. On Reddit, there were debates. Some said it was just dark roleplay. Others pointed out how real the harm had become. TikTok and YouTube were full of videos, some joking, others treating Spawnism like an actual theory. That only made it spread further, reaching people outside the original game. Misinformation and dramatic storytelling played a huge role. They made Spawnism seem scarier and more real than it actually was, and that pulled more people in. On top of all of this, Forsaken's creator, known as Soul, got into their own controversy, including accusations of racism and doxing. This wasn't directly tied to Spawnism, but it added fuel to the chaos. The backlash was huge, a lot of people lost trust in the dev, and the community started splitting. Some big collab skins and features like Azure, Roaches, and others, sorry if I said that wrong, were cancelled or removed, which really disappointed fans. Things got so toxic that several devs and staff members quit. The harassment and drama were just too much. Eventually, Forsaken went on an indefinite hiatus. Ownership and future development became totally uncertain, and the community didn't know what would happen next. The Reddit side of the community split. Some defended Soul, saying we should wait for the proof. Others wanted them removed entirely from the project. Fans started worrying that all the drama about Spawnism and Soul's controversy might destroy Forsaken for good. Some players insisted Spawnism was just trolling or edgy roleplay. Others believed that people actually bought into the cult, which made it way more serious than it seemed. The toxic atmosphere wasn't just affecting the devs, it hit fans too. The whole situation made it hard to enjoy the game anymore. And this didn't stay in Forsaken's fandom. The Spawnism drama spilled into other Roblox groups, causing drama and tension all over. Spawnism fits into a bigger pattern online, like Slenderman or The Backrooms, where creepy fictional stories start causing real problems when people take them too far. When games have deep lore and encourage roleplay, the line between fantasy and reality can blur, and if beliefs go extreme, that's dangerous. A lot of people, especially young or vulnerable ones, get drawn into cult-like stories online because they offer a sense of belonging or escape. That's why developers and creators need to set clear boundaries between fiction and reality, especially when the themes are dark or cult-related. Good community moderation and parental guidance for younger players is super important to stop things like this from getting out of control. Now for this part, this is just my opinion. So personally, I think Spawnism exploded because the community got very big and people started taking it seriously until it became something actually harmful. Even if most people knew it was fake, the fact that some actually hurt themselves over this is pretty terrifying. It proves how real the impact of online stories can be. The internet can be amazing, full of cool content, fun games, and connections, but it can also be a place where seriously disturbing stuff happens. Creators and communities need to set boundaries, speak out when things go too far, and make sure fans understand what's real and what's not. But even with that, people can still act really stupid. Situations like this show how important it is to talk about mental health. If someone's getting hurt over a Roblox game, they need help, seriously. At the end of the day, Spawnism is a reminder of how powerful stories, even fictional ones, can become when they spread online. What started as a creepy game lore turned into something that actually hurt people, and that's not okay. Whether you're a dev, a fan, or just someone scrolling Reddit, we all have a role in keeping our communities safe. If you or someone you know is struggling with anything like this, please don't stay silent. Talk to someone, reach out, or get help. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this helpful. This was my very first video, and yeah, I might be a little awkward behind the mic, but bear with me, I'll get better over time. Drop your video ideas below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.